welcome back to my channel. So today, let me just start off by saying that we are going to be talking about chores and ones that are age appropriate for your child. So first of all children are different. So I have a list. And those are things that they should be able to do, but if they're not able to do them, if they're not ready yet, just wait a little while and then try again another time. So let's get right to it. I actually started my list off with 18 months. And in researching, I noticed most of them started at 2 years, but I think that 18-month-olds are perfectly capable of handling a couple things here and there with help, of course. For example, they can pick up toys. They can pick up toys, make a game out of it, sing. I personally sing and, point and all that. And it's a good habit to get into. The more you do it, the more it gets embedded into them to clean up after they're done, because that's a big one. It's really hard to do those things all by yourself. And it's great to help build that very, very, very basic layer of responsibility for your young child. Another one is putting dirty clothes into the hamper. This one, I think my youngest thinks this is just fun right now. This is a new one for her. We only just started doing this recently, but she seems to be enjoying putting her dirty clothes away. So I'll take it while I can get it. Another one is putting her cup into the sink after dinner with help, because she is short. She is 19 months old and she is not able to reach the sink. So I carry her and her cup and we walk over to the sink and she drops it in when we're all done with the meal. For children who are about 2 to 3 years of age, they can do all of those things. Plus, they can start putting books away the right way on a shelf. A 19-month-old can she can bring books over, but she's not really able to put them on the shelf properly yet. She just kind of brings it over and leaves it. They can help clean spills. Just give them a clean towel and they can help. Now granted, you're gonna probably have to go back over it again, but it is good for them to at least get started with that skill. And they should be able to throw away trash. So for example, if you had a paper napkin or something at dinner, they should be able to throw that away. They can put their plate and silverware into the sink. At this point, they're still not short enough to be able to fully reach it, but normally children's dishes are plastic anyway, so they can stand on their tiptoes and just drop it on it. They should be able to start getting dressed and undressed themselves. Now granted, you need to help with this in the beginning, but just kind of maybe start them off with it and let them finish. It gives them a sense of accomplishment, and it's a really useful skill that they're going to need later in life. Brushing teeth. Brushing teeth is a big one. You can let your child start to have a turn brushing his or her own teeth. Helping them, guiding them where you need to go and everything. You do need to go back over this again after. So your child has a turn, you have a turn, or vice versa, whichever works better for you. Another thing they can do is help feed pets. This is another one. They can't do it by themselves just yet, but they can certainly help you with it. Another thing 2 to 3 year olds can do is help make the bed. So obviously your child is not going to be able to make the bed by him or herself just yet, but they can pull up blankets, they can hand you things to help make the bed. They can help put clothes away. If you take all of the clean clothes and you sort them into piles, so at our house we have a pajama drawer, a shirt drawer, and a pants drawer. So if you sort them into a pajama pile, a shirt pile, and a pants pile, you can hand one of the piles to your child and have the open drawer and say, here, you can put this in. And your child can do it. And it may not be the second he or she turns 2. It may take a while, but it comes eventually. 4 to 5 year olds. Now 4 to 5 year olds are starting to get to that point where they need to be learning all these self-help skills anyways. 4 to 5 year olds though should be able to do all of the previous things, and if they haven't accomplished those things yet, take this time now to start working on them, because some of those things from the 18 months and the 2 to 3 years are things that will help them accomplish more in this time period. Something they can help you do is load the dishwasher. So you can rinse off things and hand them and say, put this here, and they can put it in for you. They can help you put away the dishes. This is definitely a big help, and I keep saying big help and everything, and it definitely is a big help, but it's also, to me, it's very important to be building these skills and embedding these responsibilities, because they need to become responsible adults. So I'm not just thinking about, just the child currently. I'm thinking about the long term of what's my child going to be like as an adult. I'm not rushing children's childhoods away, don't worry. But at the same time, I wanna lay those foundations. I wanna set up those skills. I want to embed those responsibilities now, so that when they get to the point where they're ready to leave the nest, they're able to do it successfully. And yes, of course they can call me. I want them to call me. But I also want them to have those basic skills to take with them. At this age range, your child should be able to help you set the table, and they should be able to start helping you in the kitchen more with food itself. So for instance, if you're baking something, you can get the scoop ready of flour or sugar, and then have them dump it into the bowl. You can have them mix. You can have them put cheese on the sandwich. Those types of things are very good for them to be able to do. At this age, they should also be able to start matching socks and folding them with lots of help. But this is something that you can start teaching at this age range. Also, at ages 4 to 5, they should be able to start putting their clean clothes away. So what I've done is I've taught the older two at least, to sort them into piles. As I already mentioned, there's the pajamas, there's the shirts, and there's the pants. And then for undershirts and things like that, tights, I normally end up putting them in the pajama drawer, just because that drawer is bigger than, So those things go in there, and the shirts and the pants. And then physically being able to open the drawer, put the correct pile in the correct drawer, and shutting and keep going. At this point, they should also be able to clean up after themselves. So if you say, okay, 5 minutes and playtime's over, and then 5 minutes comes and playtime's over, they should be able to put the toys away and dust. Now, this one, you just want to give them a Swiffer duster. They'll be perfect for that age. So once your child hits 5, they should be able to already do all the other things, and if not, go ahead and work on those first. But then you can start adding things. Then you can start adding things like cleaning the sinks and the counters, because at this point, they're getting taller and they're able to reach these things better. You can still do it with just maybe a wet cloth, maybe add a little bit of dish soap on there. I always figure if, the dish soap is safe enough to wash dishes with, your child can wipe a counter with it. At this point too, your child should be able to start helping you pack lunches. Last school year, I would lay out, plastic bags and everything on the table, and my oldest would help me set out her lunches for the week. Your child can also start emptying waste baskets. And so they just go around the house and they take one and they take a big old bag and they plop it in there, and they can get that. They can collect all the waste baskets. Children this age can also start helping with outside chores like raking and weeding and planting. And this is actually a very rewarding thing for them to do too, especially if you have a garden, because then they can see the fruits of their labor. They can help you put away groceries. You can start teaching your child basic cooking skills. So maybe how to make a sandwich or how to pour a bowl of cereal. The 6 to 7 age range, they can also clear the table after meals, so they can put things away, condiments and whatnot. They can put the drinks. Now in the 8 to 9 age range, they should be able to do all those other things. If not, go ahead and teach them. They can start to clean toilets. Another thing that they can do is help take the trash to the curb. I think this one would probably be a good one for help in the beginning. Another thing they can do is help with the laundry more. So they can help with the washing, they can put everything in, add the soap, turn on the buttons. Some more things they can do in the 8 to 9 age range is vacuum and mop. You get to teach your child how to make things like toast and eggs and I'd say spaghetti. I want to say spaghetti. I want to say with help, because there's still the whole turning on the oven and watching the boiling water, and if anything bounces out, you don't want them to get hurt or anything. And you can teach your child to fold laundry at 8 to 9 years. So at that point, they've got the whole cycle. They've got the washing, well, just about the whole cycle. They've got the washing, they've got the drying, and they've got folding and sorting and putting away. Once your child hits about 10 to 11 years old, they should be able to do all the previous things, and if not, go ahead and teach those. Plus, you can start teaching them to mow the grass, another one that must be done with supervision. Supervision, people. But seriously, supervision. Your child should be able to start cleaning up after your pets. This one still requires supervision, also hand washing after, of course. When your child is 12 years old, they should be able to do all the other things on the list with help, with supervision, as needed. It's up to you and your child, and your children are all going to be different, mind you. At 12 and older, you can actually start letting your child babysit a little bit here and there. Maybe for an hour or so, maybe keep it during the daylight, at least in the beginning. When your child hits 12 years old, he or she should be able to start cleaning the house. And not necessarily top to bottom, maybe say, you go take the study, you go take the living room, that kind of thing. At 12 years old, your child can actually start washing your car. And this one, okay, so to be honest with you, we're not paying for chores at our house. And upon occasion, if our oldest has ever wanted to earn some money to buy something, she'll say, what can I do? What can I do to earn some money? And we'll say, well, you can do this, this, and this. For the most part, we are just expecting them to pitch in as they get older. And for their birthdays each year, I am trying to teach them a new skill. I'd like to add that a very, very important job of your child is to play. Yes, I said it, playing is their job. It is a great time for them to be learning. They're learning social skills, verbal skills, cognitive skills. It just goes on. The list goes on and on. Mainly on weekends, maybe a job or two a day. On school days, that's kind of her forefront, her forerunner for importance during the school day is making sure she's getting all of her schoolwork done and taking time for play, because play is just so important. I can't even impress that enough, how important play truly is. All right, that about wraps it up for this week's video. Oh, one last thing. I made this for you. So I am going to include a link for this in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Say bye! Yeah. Mwah!